How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm bringing you war number 7 of season 54. Now, as the title says and the thumbnail, just thank God for Indestructible boost. Like, it's totally saved me, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to be starting off pretty good. Normal path for us. We're just going to be doing path 3 Venom. We could use Silk for this because now with the Shocker synergy, we do have enough debuffs to completely negate the power burn damage, the armor burn, but to be honest with you, there's no reason to. We know Gladiator works. It's a little bit of a slower fight, and we take no damage, which also saves us potions, which is a good thing too. For those of you that don't know, Gladiator is really good for this fight because he's immune to power drain and power burn. He's just not immune to special lock. So you guys are going to see here, when he eventually does get the armor, I'm not going to be taking any damage from it. I'm just going to be special lock. So if I ever want to throw a special, I actually have to back off of him and let him throw his stuff, and then finally when the cooldown goes all the way around, I'm able to throw my special. So we're going to be baiting this SP1 here, and because Venom is super aggressive, I always get a little scared that he's not going to throw his specials. But I guess he just wanted us in the corner so he can throw his. So we do end a combo real quick, so he's able to immediately retaliate with a special of his own. I do the heavy here to kind of gain some distance, but he immediately goes in even while being intimidated, which is a common problem I have with the Venom AI. He's just too aggressive. It doesn't really matter whether he's intimidated or not. I guess maybe if the intimidation was a little bit more. But to be honest, I don't even think it would have any effect. So, as you can see, we're full control. We do throw the first SP2 of the game, and probably the only one we'll ever get to, because now we're at 20, so the big burst is happening. Throw in the relic, he's dead in 1 minute and 8 seconds. Solid fight, not gonna lie, I was very happy about that. Next up is Mangog, which, not really a problem. I always forget how busted Silk is with the Shocker synergy. Now, like, obviously, without the Shocker synergy, she's insane. Don't get me wrong, she's killing every fight. But I feel like the damage you do is so much more with these ruptures. Like, they just add a little bit of, like, oomph to everything she does. It's insane. I can't lie. Just with the 2 that you get on the beginning medium, you're ticking for like 900 a second, and I think they last for like 3 seconds or something like that. So and then you could end a combo in a medium again to get more damage, which is just, it's insane. I absolutely love it. So we are going to be running like power backs and all that for Silk, because it is kind of a big war for her. If I'm not mistaken, I do think that Venom was literally the only fight that the Gladiator had. So, no, haven't fought a lot of Prowlers recently. I thought we were going to be fighting him for most of the season, because I think for the first like 3 or 4 wars we fought him. So, it's been a nice little break from the Prowler fights. Next up is Path 6. First fight. Whatever his name is, Sauron. He doesn't really benefit from the node too much. He does have the 200% prowess, which I guess helps him get to his unblockable faster, maybe. But I know that, I guess if you get hit by accident, like you miss the dex on the SP1 or something, like it's going to hurt because it's 200%. And as you can see, he does backdraft us, which I was so annoyed about. He dashed back and just threw that light so casually, but because we have so many debuffs, we actually take no damage from the degen when we're on top of them. And when we aren't, obviously 572 damage. So now I'm playing a little bit more passive because I kind of got a little nervous, which is never a good thing to play nervous. So we do throw this SP2 here. I'm hoping to get a big crit to hopefully kill him. And 56k, really good. We are max boosted as we could possibly be, so that's pretty much the best it's going to get. With no crit, which is actually pretty good, especially with all these rupture damage and just mayhem on these champs. It's not even close. Now, next up we do have Punisher 2099, which is a fight that is commonly here. And I've done it so many times, I figured out different strats to do with Silk. Sometimes it's better to bait out the SP1, fully evade it, and then by the time you get to your SP2 with the relic, he's already dead. You could block one SP2 if you'd like, and then still have enough, and the block damage from the SP2 actually gives you enough for your relic, so you don't have to throw an SP2 with no relic if you didn't want to, which is just overall amazing. I believe this one was rank 2, which this N4 Loki, I don't know why they're throwing rank 2s on here, but as you can see, we're just mowing his health down. So we do go with the evade the SP1 route. The only thing that really happens with it is he gets his battery, which gives him more attack, but to be honest, if you're holding heavy like I'm doing, like, you're not really gonna have to worry about it. So we're gonna throw this SP2 here after we bait out his, because we don't want anything to happen. I was kind of hoping that he would just bait a heavy so we could just kind of go for it. But of course, he did not want that. He instead threw his SP2 into my block, which is something that this AI has done like 4 times. It's so weird that he does this. But I guess there is a couple AI that actually do that. Like, I've seen Bishop do that a lot. I've seen Nick Fury do that a lot. Like, if it gives them something, it feels like the AI kind of prioritizes that special. But next up is Warlock, which is a fight that I've taken like a few wars now. I think I've actually, no, not a few wars. A few wars ago, I took it one time, and it wasn't that bad. We didn't have the Shocker synergy, I believe, on that fight. So now that we have it now, I feel like I'm just going to steamroll this guy. Now, same exact strat as the last war, where we're going to try to do as much damage as possible. We're going to be cutting combos short, comboing into heavies, so that we can do as much damage as possible until we get infected. Which, to be honest with you, being infected in itself is not a problem, because you have so many debuffs, you don't get any type of degen damage or anything like that. But you do have your offensive ability reduction stopped by, I think, 30%, which, whether it's 5%, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a chance that your stun isn't going to come out when you do your heavy stun, so I didn't want to chance it, so instead I'm going to be ending combos in mediums, hoping to get some ruptures. As you can see, that was 2 ruptures in a row that we didn't get any. That was 2 mediums in a row, we didn't get any ruptures, and then the third one we only got 1 rupture. So that 30% is ticking a lot. So we're not going to be chancing it with the heavy stun. It's just not worth it. You know, just play the game really slow, take your time with it, and as you can see, like, full control of the fight. We have the relic. We're going to combo into it. And I'm going to probably throw this SP1 here and just kill him if he doesn't already die to the medium. But he did not die. I was kind of hoping the ruptures would just kill him right off the bat, which robbed me of another like 5 or 6 seconds, which sucks. And then it's this fight. Now this fight, off quick glance, isn't a problem. It's Shocker, 50% less specials. 50% less specials does suck, don't get me wrong. But it's the miss. It's the vigilance buff that he gets. Like, you got to time it. It's his SP1s. It's his SP2s. It's his unblockable when he dashes in. It's his auto block. There was so much to unpack in this fight that, like, I got nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was asking like people that play the game. I was like, how does this fight go? What am I supposed to do? And then I had the game plan in my head. When he hits 75, or something like that, I think, when he hits 75 charges, he has the unblockable, and also he gets auto block when you throw a special. Now, stay with me. The plan was to get him to 75, intercept him, because when you intercept him, he loses 50 charges, then slam him with the SP2, and then it would be game, set, match. He'd be done, because you can combo into the heavy, so it doesn't matter. That didn't happen. That didn't happen at all, actually. So I did have the power 1-star, and I was like, I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I'm using an invulnerability. I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. I don't know. And as you can tell from the mood of the video, it's definitely a boost that was used. It was definitely used. So there's just so much to think about that I gotta say my brain lagged, I think, like 3 times during this fight. Because it's like, he's unblockable. Intercept? No. I'm gonna miss. What do we do? I don't know. Don't let him throw the SP1, but then he throws it anyway, and I'm just like 50% less specials. He's gonna. It was horrible. It was horrible. So start off the fight, right? Didn't parry him. Not sure why. I think it's because I really don't trust the parry timer and my own timing, which is a horrible thing. So as you can see, he's just shredding our block. Like, does not care about anything. Combo to the heavy here. I should have just, like, let him, like, and then he throws the SP1 into my block. And then he threw it again, and he's at 65. So now the strat's already messed up. But I can still intercept him. We're not going to touch that part of the video yet. I could still intercept him, right? Those 2 SP1s. By the way, first one in my block. What is the deal with this AI? He throws it, and then he's like, I'm just going to throw it again. Because, you know what are you going to do about it? 65. He's at 65 charges. The vigilance is going. He's unblockable. I gotta intercept him. He just threw 2 SP1s. So now I'm just like, that wasn't the strat. I don't really know what to do here. And while I'm thinking, he clobbers me. He clobbers me, right? Right? Approaching falter. We gotta figure it out. Didn't get it, though. I dexed, and I'm like, okay, I'm going for it now. no, you're not going for it, because you know what happened? The timer started, and I'm like, all right, how do I get rid of this? I knew how to get rid of it, but it's like, how am I gonna get rid of this timer in the fight, right? Too much time thinking. He slams me again, right? Stun. 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 Oh my god! Held block, right? That Indestructible's gone. It's literally dust. It's like Spider-Man from Infinity War. It's dust. It doesn't exist anymore. So now I'm like, all right, we gotta gain control of this fight again. As you can see, full control of the fight. Now I already know the comments. I don't know why I wasn't comboing into heavies after this point. I think I was trying to do as much damage as possible with the ruptures, that somehow in my head I was like, 4 ruptures on top of a full combo is more than canceling the combo into a heavy. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but in my head it was true, because it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7-hit combo with 4 ruptures, each ticking about 900. In my head, I was like, I think that's a better route than doing like a double medium, then like 2 or 3 light attacks, and then the heavy. But to be honest with you, I'm probably wrong. But in my head, I went into full like control. Just take control of the fight. We don't have to end this guy fast. We just have to end this guy. We cannot die to this. So I'm like, all right, I figured out this strat, right? He's at 100. I give up. I'm not going to be doing anything, right? Boom. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Hitting him after the SP2s. Holding block to bait out the heavies when I should have just comboed into a heavy to... I should have just comboed into a heavy to give him 2 bars instead of eating block damage for no real reason. So, right? Hit him again. Ending in a double medium to give him 2 bars when I could just be comboing into heavies. There was another SP2 now in my head with the ratio, right? I'm winning this interaction. If I keep doing this for the rest of the fight, the game is over. We're good to go. He's going to throw this SP2, right? Silk Evade. Silk Evade is the best thing in the game, but also the worst thing in the game. I get it. She's good. Don't get me wrong. If I'm blocking a special, you should not be evading. I don't care. If I'm blocking, you block it. Why can't you be like Spider-Gwen, who can't evade if you block hits? I don't understand, right? This is when the entire fight goes wrong. Right? The whole point is to dex this hit and to dash in, right? I dexed too early and got hit with the Silk Sense. Now, I know you guys are going to say, oh, well, if the Silk Sense wasn't there, you would have gotten hit. I understand that, but we're not talking about that because that didn't happen. Instead, I dexed early, and then the Silk Sense came in, right? So I'm like, oh, shit, I'm in evade. So I went to dash in, and nothing. She just looked at me like I'm still evading. So I throw a light because I don't know. I think it didn't register the medium. It just registered the light because I do it like this. Like I hold the phone like this and I go like that with my right thumb. So I think I hit a light attack, right? Light attack. Screwed. I know I'm screwed now. What do? He hits me. What the hell was that? I just held block. So now I'm panicking. I'm faltered. I literally did 3 hits into a falter. I've never done that in my life. Right? Try to dash in. There's no unblockable now. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. We're gonna be fine. I'm holding block, right? And I'm like, I can throw the SP3, but I don't know if it's gonna kill. So I do another combo, and then I'm like, all right, this is going into the SP3. It didn't have to though because we won. Now, disclaimers. My brain lagged. There was like 4 things to watch for during this fight. I never said I was good at the game. So before you guys are like, you suck, I never said I was good. You just assumed I was good because I'm up here, but I'm not. I suck. I don't know why I'm here. I'm like I wasn't really supposed to be here, but they kind of let me for a season. I don't know what happened. My brain just lagged. There was too much to think about, right? I stopped comboing into heavies because in my head, double rupture with a 7-hit combo is better than that. I don't know if that's not true. And then before I went into the fight, I asked, how does Silk's SP3 work? And I asked my cousin, and I misinterpreted him. He said it doesn't work in the sense that he's like, I threw the SP3 and then I didn't get to him in time, or like, it didn't work or something. He said something like that, and I was like, okay, so no SP3s, because the SP3 is like supposed to stun, I think, and like, I know he reduces stun, and I know he has limber and all that, and like whatever he said was like, it didn't work. I couldn't get it down. In my head, I'm like, okay, he's gonna shrug off that stun, so I need the SP3 to just kill. Until I finished the fight and I sent it, and I'm like, I know this is horrible, but just let me know what the hell did I do wrong with this SP3. And he meant that you can't do a full rotation with the stun. Not the stun doesn't work. So now, if that fight ever came back, I want it, and I'm gonna make it look a lot better than this one. I'm actually, if it happens, I'm gonna literally edit this, like that fight, on top of on the new one, and then I'm gonna let you guys see how much better the other one is. But yeah, it was a stressful war. I'm not gonna lie, but it was really good. It was a fun war. I said I was gonna have a heart attack after I finished that war, but I got it down. And I feel like I wasn't like supposed to bring Shocker. I think I had, like, they assigned me someone else, but I didn't need him. So I was like, let me just throw Shocker for the extra damage. If I didn't have Shocker on my team, I definitely would have died to that Shocker. Because, think about it, I had like 8% health. Like, if there wasn't that extra rupture damage all game, I would have died. It was an insane war, I'm not going to lie. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely very stressful. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.